skydiving. Hope comes and stops us in our tracks. Bravely we prove in our striving, trudging together each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Oh, I'm sharing. Live. Okay. I'm just letting people know I'm live. All right. We gotta go to Facebook. Oh, man. I'm just gonna put it in trudging together. There we go. Man, I took me a nap. Yep, I took me a nap. I was getting a pretty big headache. I pretty much, woo. I know I've been for me, I've been quiet. Oh, look at that here. Here we go. Here. Now I look like I'm all French. Hello. Wait for it to get a little bit longer. I'm gonna wait till it starts to do the curling, and that's when I'll get my haircut. Because I'm gonna grow it probably about that long. Yeah. Gotta look good for the masses. Whatever. Let's see how that works. Oh my God, that's horrible. It's horrible. You want to see what I've been working on? Do you want to see what I've been working on? Here, I'll show you what I've been working on. Nobody's here yet, so I'm just screwing around. Here we go. All right. Now, okay, this is an agreement. All right. But no, that's just like I'm just getting started, man. But I have to go through every freaking line. This is everything that I need to go through. I got to go through every line of this, make sure that it matches what we do. But they did a really good job of putting this together. See, the key to doing what I do is finding out who does it best and steal it from them. It's pretty straightforward, actually. Kind of yeah, that's what I do. I find out who does it best. I ask them. In this case, I didn't ask them because they put it on Google. But I find the best of the best, and they take their stuff. Yeah, I mean, that's how AA came about. So, all right, welcome to Daily Trudge. I'm Dion. We have figured it out. Two Wives was written by Bill W. If you're here, please say hello, whether you're watching the live or the rewatch. Yeah, Ingrid and I have been trying to figure out who actually wrote it. And there's a lot of versions. But Alcoholics Anonymous themselves say that Lois wanted to write it, but Bill was kind of a dick, I guess. So not alcoholic at all. Not alcoholic at all. I myself thought Lois wrote it. That's what I was always told. Lois is the one that Lois and Anna are the ones that kind of started Al-Anon. So I went with that, but nope. So see, we learned something new today just because we opened up Two Wives. But we learned a lot more than that. God, the heat did not help much. It's still cold down here. It's still cold. But I'm not gonna go upstairs and change it. I'm gonna be lazy and text my son. The heat to 72. It was weird. I went up there because my son, he's had a beard for a really long time and he shaved it. And he just has this mustache. And I saw him and I know he left it just to stir things up. I'm like, dude, you look like you should be in porn right now. Oh, I'm doing better. Thank God for naps. Because I want that done today. And I've been working since 5 o'clock this morning. So not normal for me. All right. This is what popped into my head while I was taking a nap. You know, because a lot of times, people ask, why am I an alcoholic? Why me, God? We don't really talk about this much in meetings anymore, but why me? And, well, there's a lot of answers, but the best answer for me is because I can help when no one else can. And we're talking about alcoholism here. There's some parts of life, even, you know, um, we I talk to a lot of different people, and not all of them are alcoholic. About 65-70% of the people that I talk to regularly are alcoholic, because those are my friends and things like that. But I talk with Pastor Marsha all the time, and we help each other out quite a bit. She has the same intentions, the same higher power that I do, so it's, um, you know, try and see where religious people are right. Just like when we go to AA meetings, we say, listen for the similarities, not the differences. Take what you can and leave the rest. All right. This is a process of letting go so that you can take what you need from it and not focus on the person that pissed you off. Right. 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 Yeah. Even in my every time I go to a meeting, somebody pisses me off. Yeah. Depending on the severity is whether I'm going to say something or not. For the most part, it's just because I don't agree. Well, whose problem is that? Well, that would be mine, would it not? Yes, that would be my problem. So, another neat thing before I get started is I posted what we're doing in Nextdoor. It's a social media, and I'm sure everybody else knows about it. It's just a new discovery. I've heard of it, but I just saw it, and I'm like, you know what? That's my community, and I'm working in the community. And I'm getting some success there. I've had 3 or 4 people reach out to want to do donations, and 2 of them are in recovery, and they want to help out. They want to do some service work. Yeah, so yeah. Remember, they are very ill. Should we just go to working with others? Is there, even working with others, and so when it comes to working with others, it's not really about sponsorship, it's about 12 stepping. And the process of 12 stepping has become convoluted here in Colorado. It's supposed to be face to face. You can probably get away with Zoom, but really when it comes down to it, it needs to be face to face. I mean, I was talking to a guy after the meeting, and I couldn't quite tell whether he was taking me seriously or not because we were on the phone, and I couldn't see their face, right? But I actually had 2 people reach out in their meeting because their sponsors just dropped them for. Of course, I was talking to this person. They're like, "Yeah, my sponsor was only on the 7th step." I'm like, "What? What? Okay, that's a disservice." Why? Because you can't transmit something you don't have. And if you haven't done the steps, you can't transmit it. What? Half measures avail nothing. I'm like, did you do your 4th step? He's like, well, I printed it out. I'm like, okay, yeah, here's all my signs. Here's all my signs. See, for somebody like that, they need to start from the very beginning, and they need to be told exactly. They're just too far gone. They're too far gone. People that are a little bit younger, you can get away with more stuff. But these people that are chronic alcoholics with habitual relapsing, Yeah, yeah. That's what I do is I use Zoom, and it works pretty good. And hi, Ingrid. Surprise, surprise. And hey, we got to our answer. I'm not sure if you were here when I was talking about it, but I did a little more research, and I'm just going to rely on what Alcoholics Anonymous is saying, and they say that Bill wrote it. So we're just going to go with that because I think that's the truth. Because we got to be transparent here, right? So I went to Google and asked, hey, who wrote Two Wives in the Big Book, and they were like Lois, which is what I was told. That was wrong. See, is that really important? Yeah. Yes, it is. Yes, it is important. Why? Why is it important? Because if keep running around saying Lois did it, Lois did it, Lois did it, and somebody comes back and says, no, Dion, Bill did it, then what am I? I'm lying. And then trust is broken. It's very important. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Okay. I think I'm going to start doctor's opinion first. We're going to go to Frothy Emotional Pill, be page 28 in Roman numerals. If you do not know your Roman numerals, it is XXVIII. XXV. Okay. I'm like, how did I end up in the forward to the first edition? Because you're not at the right Roman numeral, Dion. That would be why. Oh, I feel much better. I'd take a nap, like a serious nap. And I don't really sleep when I nap. I put on the radio. I put on Pandora and I listen to 5 songs. Usually lets me sleep, because 20 minutes is about how long you should nap. That's what they say anyway. Okay, I do feel much better. My headache's gone and got enough energy to finish up that freaking contract, which is it's very confusing. All right. So we believe, and so suggested a few years ago, that the action of alcohol on these chronic alcoholics is a manifestation of an allergy, that the phenomenal craving is limited to this class and never occurs in the average temperate drinker. So instead of calling them normies, maybe we should call them the average temperate drinker. Yeah. A lot of people that aren't using normie anymore, just like, so non-alcoholic, things like that. Personally, I think that's appeasement, but hey, we got to reach people where they're at, right? These allergic types can never safely use alcohol in any form at all. I was talking to somebody, they're like, I have NA beer. I'm like, no. I'm like, can I give you some unsolicited advice? Sure. Stay away from mocktails and non-alcoholic beer. You're telling your brain it's okay to drink. That's for people that are sober curious, not chronic alcoholics. Okay. And that's the clinical side talking. It's the clinical side talking. There is alcohol in non-alcoholic beer. So once formed the habit, they found they can never safely use alcohol in any form at all. That includes NyQuil. Here, let me show you some, because I had a stomach ache the other day. Right? Oh, she took it. It's gone. A lot of my stuff is just, oh, there it is. It's children's medicine. That way I know it doesn't have alcohol in it. I don't do, you got to be careful on what we take. Okay, that's not what we're about here. That's a frothy emotional appeal seldom suffices. Who does the frothy emotional appeal? Doctors, family, loved ones. Gosh, those loved ones just can't get through to us. You're at some point in your life, you're going to have to deal with a loved one who also has alcoholism, and you're going to find this out. They're not going to listen to a fucking thing you say. I don't care how recovered you are. The family member, it is near impossible to get through to them as a family member. Okay. Now I quit because for my wife and kids. But that was finally there was somebody at Detox that said, Dion, what the fuck? And that's what it was. I was so embarrassed by what I was doing. So I was getting ready to leave Detox for the last time. This would be the last time. Okay. And he said, Dion, do you know how many times you've been here? I said, no. I said, you've been here 22 times in 2 years. That's almost once a month, my friends. And I put myself there every single time. Nobody ever forced me because I knew if I took away my freedom enough, and that was like, okay, that's enough. You're right. He's like, Dion, and he started using my old lines on me. Dion, we don't want to see you back here. We're tired of seeing you, man. Finally, somebody at Detox who was recovered that said, that had depth and weight, and could say that to me. I don't even remember what they look like. I don't remember their name, but I remember that conversation. I do. And that was it for me. Everybody else begged me. My family, interventions. I don't listen to any of that shit. When I drink, I do whatever the hell I want to until I'm interrupted by something bigger. The message that can interest. What is interest? It means you have their attention before they're not listening to them. Why? Because they want something. This cannot be done without unconditional love. It can't be done without unconditional love. And it's going to be really hard to live with an alcoholic and give them unconditional love without Al-Anon or ACA. No. Okay. We need help when it comes to that. You ever watch any cop shows and, let's just use Law and Order. I like Tutuola. Okay. So Ice-T, Tutuola, right? It's his character. And his son, there's something going on, right? And so the son is in trouble, but they're like, Tutuola, you got to stay away from this case. You're too close to it. It's the same thing with alcoholism and drug addiction, right? Hey, Brandon, it's good to see you. And I'm going to tell you why. And this is every human being has this trait. Every human being. We will take out what is going on the people we love first. Always. I still do it. Okay? And I have to be aware of it. I don't do it as much like I used to. It's very minimal now, but it still happens to me. Okay? Everybody does that. Gotta stop it. You can't do that. You cannot take out what is going on the people around that love you. You want to know why? You want to know why? Why? Because we have a fear of abandonment and we know these people aren't going to leave us. That's manipulation and it's not cool. In nearly all cases, okay, so the message which can interest and hold these alcoholic people must have depth and weight. Now I'm going to tell you a line. You're not going to agree with me until I'm finished. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. I'm not going to let this go, okay? But you can shove his fucking head in there and make him wish he did. Now, I know it sounds mean. Okay? Today, what would we call that? We meet people where they're at. And if you have not worked with homeless chronic alcoholics, then you probably don't understand why I work that way. I was just talking with a guy, and he wouldn't let me finish my sentences. He called and asked me for help. And finally, I told him, I'm like, this is what I told him. I'm like, you need to shut the fuck up. Take the cotton out of your ears and shove it in your mouth. You're not even letting me finish a sentence. He didn't say another word. And I even told him, like, it was just that part. But I cinched that fucking thing down right then and there. Because if somebody didn't do that, he was going to go on his merry way with his own ideas, man. And I told him at the end, I said, I'm doing this because I love you. And when we got off the phone, I'm like, I love you, dude. You don't need to say it back. And he didn't. I don't care. But I want him to know that I love him enough that I will chew his ass. I will risk our friendship for your life. Yes, I will. Absolutely. Ingrid said, true, my spouse asked me for help, but that's great. I did what I could, but I ended up breaking down saying I can't help you as the one I'm being hurting. You need to find a sponsor. Okay. Do you mind, until you say yes, do you mind if I give you some unsolicited advice? Until you say yes, I won't. So, all right. In nearly all cases, their ideals, our morals, how we work, what we're doing, must be grounded in a power greater than themselves if they are to recreate their lives. It's got to be. I've been doing this 35 years. Okay. Now, I'm going to tell you the only thing that gives me is knowledge and a little bit more experience. It does not mean I am further away from the next drink than everybody. No, we are all an arm length away. Now, usually what I do is I tell people if you got up before 10 p.m. or 10 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, you have more sobriety than me. But I woke up at 4:30 this morning, and that's probably before. So I probably have more sobriety. But see, it's a daily thing. And this person was talking to me about a slip. And the shame on you. Let me tell you what a slip is. Because people are like, relapse is not part of recovery. And you're correct. But slips are. Slips very much are a part of recovery. And let me explain that, please. And this is from a clinical point of view. Okay. And that clinical point of view on this is, and I forgot what I was talking about. It's because I'm waiting on Ingrid to answer if it's okay. If not, then I'm not going to say anything. Or if you want to talk privately, we can do that. Somebody remind me, please, because it was really good. Oh man. Oh, maybe it'll come back. Who knows? I got too much going on up here, but I'm proud of myself though, because I got this morning, the first thing I did was got our donation list finished. Then I'm going to finish up contracts. Those are the big things. Then I'm going to look for, you got it. I figured it was text. Yeah. So, all right. I'm trying to remember what I was talking. Oh, slip. Oh, got it. It's back. It's back. Let's say you're in the middle of your 4th step. So you got 5-6 months sober. Okay. And you have a slip. Thank you, Bran. You're awesome. Thanks for covering my butt. All right. So it's the slips. Yeah. So when you slip, let's define the difference between a slip and a relapse. A slip means I went out and came back pretty soon, within a week, even a month. Relapse means I went out and I stayed out. Okay. Now I'm going to tell you something. You probably noticed this too. Have you noticed this week that the rooms are smaller? There's a lot of variables going on right now. And I'll tell you what they are. Okay. And I'll get to that, how slip is part of recovery. Actually, let's do that first. A slip is part of recovery because you came back, and guess what that is? That's progress, because before you wouldn't have done that. So a slip is part of recovery. I don't give a fuck what anybody says, because that's true. It's fact, and it's my experience. People that say relapse or slips are a part of recovery haven't experienced it yet. And why is it that we don't slip and relapse until we get to AA? I've never had a relapse. Bullshit. That's a lie. I've never had a slip. Bullshit. Or you wouldn't be an alcoholic. You never made a promise and didn't follow through on your drinking? That never happened to you? Come on. Okay? We don't need to be terminally unique. We can't use these words and move them around to fit what we want to be. Our best ideas got us here. I'm 54 and I'm still figuring out what I want to do when I grow up. Right? Actually, I do know. I already know. Do you want to know? Oh, and I was going to tell you why the rooms are kind of empty. One, the election. Then it was Friday. That's all it took. It's all it took. Friday, payday, decent weather. Third thing, the holidays. Between those three things, we lost about 20% of our people. 30% of them slept. And we're waiting on them to come back. Yeah. Think I'm wrong? Go to your meeting and see how many people are missing. All right. It's part of it. What month is the busiest month for AA? Can you guess it? I'll let you guys guess. You got a 1 in 12 chance. Okay, give me the busiest month. Just think about it, and your own drinking. And when does AA get the busiest? All right. Practical experience shows that nothing will so much ensure immunity from drinking as intensive work with other alcoholics. It works when other activities fail. What are other activities? I'm going to do this, and I'm going to clean up, and I'm going to take care. What do I want to be when I grow up? Was it? I'm glad I'm wrong. But was it today? I'm talking about starting this week. So I know it's in mine. They kind of. So originally, I wanted to be a Toys R Us kid when I grew up. Right? But yeah, I still kind of am. But we never had a childhood. That's why you're playing right now, just so you know. But I just want to be. It's only Tuesday, so it can't be all week. Sorry, that was reactive. I'm glad to hear that, Ingrid. I am. There's times when I like being wrong. So good on, you know what? Good on Texas. Good job if that's what it is. So good on your meeting. You know what that means? That means that's a solid fucking group. That's what that means. Yep. That's what that means. Right? So I just want to be the old man sitting behind a desk helping people. That's all I want to do. Honestly. I just want to be the wise old man of the neighborhood. I don't give a fuck about money. The only reason I care about money is in case I die first and my wife needs to make it. Other than that, my kids are on their fucking own. Nobody helped me. My mother-in-law is rich. The man that raised me is rich. You think they're going to hand me any money? No. Do you think I want? I don't want it. I don't care. And hold that carrot in front of you. Be good or you don't get your inheritance. She did that with my wife and that ended. Okay. So what are the other activities? There you go. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, I want to see, Ingrid has really good stuff. Since the election, it's national. Okay. I was texted to attend after because they were worried no one would show up, but it was huge. See what a proactive, yeah. See, now that is an AA group. Let's give props. Let's give fucking props. Because the AA group called everybody to make sure they were okay. That's AA. You don't see that shit in Colorado. So, but you're saying it's national, but still, I'd like to know where it's based out of. I think I might want to hit that meeting. And thanks, Bren. Thanks. I may have to stop for a minute and go pee, though. Baby computers. When you do those, it's like when you see the license plates and they say something. I can't. No, my wife's really good at that. Give me 25 seconds, and I know you're going to find me. Well, I'm back. Guess who's back? Back again. You got no call or text either? You go to the same meeting? Yeah. I didn't get a call or text. But Ingrid goes to different meetings than us. So maybe that's something that we should start planning on doing, you know. Brent, are you in our grassroots meeting? If not, you need to get a hold of me so I can get you in that. I'm gonna check here real quick. No, you are not. That's why it's because it's at 1 p.m. my time. No, I didn't want to. I will go even if it's LGBTQ. Maybe I said that because I didn't want to interfere. But what a great group of people, man. And it's because it's LGBTQ and they understand that we've got to circle ourselves. Circle ourselves. 24 seconds. Yeah, I'm good at time. 10. Yeah, Brent, get a hold of me. I'll make sure you getting that. We have a grassroots meeting and is by invite only. It is a closed meeting. So no, you're not in it, or no, you don't want to be in it. So no, I don't want to be in your meeting. You suck. Just kidding. Of course, yeah. You have my phone number, don't you? Here, let's put it in here. Send me a text. All right. So it works when other activities fail. So what does that mean? Don't do the other activities. Okay. I've been using this example lately. Okay. Your kid is holding the remote. Okay. And this is other activity. The first two ways are the other activities. I was teaching my son this because there is no reason to get angry. But raising your voice and being angry are two different things. Okay. Can you put down the remote? Can you please put down the remote? Put down the remote. Just go to put down the remote. Now you're not even on. Now you're not even. Fish orange white eyes. I love the stuff that pops up. The chat screws with that stuff by some of the things. Fish orange white eyes. Finding Nemo. Dennis! This is our 12th suggestion. Carry this message to other alcoholics. You can help when no one else can. You can secure their confidence when others fail. Remember, they are very ill. Do you know how many times in the book it says you can help when no one else can? Do you know how many times it says you can emotionally bring somebody in, emotionally saving their lives and the people around them? Do you know how much, I don't want to call it power, let's call it influence. Do you know how much influence you have? Got it, Bren. You want to know how much influence you have? Look at the people around you and how you have affected them in a negative way. Okay. Now here come the 12th step promises. I call these the third step promises in reverse. Okay. Because the third step promises were great. Okay. Let's go to the third step promises. Let's do that. Now, just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. And whenever I see escape, I say escape. So, all right, Ingrid, I love you. I'm glad that we figured out who wrote that chapter. I love finding that stuff out with you. I think it's fun because we aren't jerks about it. But you need to go. Get out of here. Love you. All right. Now, on page 63 is the third step promises. And what I'm going to do, this is a really good way to judge your progress. Yes, judge your progress, because before this, it says that we need to claim spiritual progress. Well, this is how we do it. And what you do, and I stole this from a friend, okay? I tell you, I don't have any original idea. Maybe some of my stories or whatever, things I make up, like the cold blanket theory. That's mine, but these are just things. But so I stole this from somebody else and it was phenomenal. So here we go. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to change I'm going to actually change the pronouns. Okay. When I sincerely, yeah, you escape. Even the song by Blind Melon, escape, escape, yay, yay, yay. What the fuck not? Okay, I'm gonna do this for reals now. When I sincerely took such a position, all sorts of remarkable things followed. I had a new employer. Being all powerful, he provided what I needed if I kept close to him and performed his work well. Established on such a footing, I became less and less interested in myself, my little plans and designs. More and more, I became interested in seeing what I could contribute to life. As I felt new power flow in, as I enjoyed peace of mind, as I discovered I could face life successfully, as I became conscious of his presence, I began to lose the fear of today, tomorrow, and the hereafter. I was reborn. That last statement's going to slap you across the face. And it's either going to feel great or you're going to feel in the pit of your stomach that you don't deserve it. Ouch. See, it's going to change it. Okay. But as you go through that, what your brain is doing is it's saying, oh, all these things are get together. I'll never have it together, but thanks for this thinking I could. Right? It changes your thought process. Now they are statements, they are fact, because you're talking about you. Before it was a we thing. When we sincerely took, but that includes everybody. Well, it's for them, but not for me. Now it's personal, right? Okay, that's why, because I already had something going on. But if you, I'm willing, as long as it's not Monday and like you're chairing, feel free to send it to me. I know you got to go, so I'm going to stop talking to you. Now I'm going to do the 12-step promises. I'm not going to change. I'm not going to change it. Why? Because it's already in first person. Okay. Life will take on new meaning. You know what the new meaning will be? That you saved somebody's fucking life. That because you decided to take some of your precious time and talk to another alcoholic and change their life. Because you're depth and weight. Because God chose you. And if you want to argue with that, I'm going to tell you the consequences suck. Okay? The consequences of inaction are the worst consequences in the world. That's why alcoholics suffer so bad. One of the reasons. To watch people recover. I've done a lot of things in my life. I've had a lot of different highs. No, I'm not a drug addict, but I did a lot of drugs. It's easier for me to name off. It's easier for me to name off what I didn't do. Crack, meth, anything with a needle. See, I knew better than that. But there were certain drugs I really liked. Ecstasy. Woo, boy, did I love ecstasy. I did about 4 times. I'm like, oh, this is treading on dangerous ground. And you know what I did? I just didn't use it anymore. I had willpower against it. See, it's a little different. But I was taught at a very young age in Alateen that I have an addictive personality. And then when it comes to drugs, I better fucking watch out because I could be addicted to anything. That's the problem with me. All right. To see them help others. To watch your sponsee become a sponsor and become a sponsee and then see them work somebody through the steps. And you get to watch it. You get to enjoy it now. These are the benefits. These are the benefits. These are the dividends that you will get at the end of the day if you if you do what page 84 says. To see a fellowship grow up about you. This is just now happening to me. I don't make friends easy. I know a lot of people. I got hundreds of thousands of acquaintances. You know, I was talking to somebody that I thought knew more people than me, and they're like, God, Dion, you tend to know everybody. Well, it was that jack all trades thing, you know. I've worked recovery. I've been on radio, TV, and that just kind of comes with things. No, I wasn't a DJ. No, I was not. I was never any of those things. But for some reason, it's the voice. I got a radio voice. So, and I use it. It's one of the things God gave me. But I had to work hard at that because this is how I used to talk. I used to be a lot more mean. Yeah. This was not my normal level. This was my normal level. See how it all changed? Even the feeling changed. Stop. Yeah, I can change a whole room. So can you. But that influence that you have is God given. And if you abuse it, he will take it away. You know how he takes it away? You're dead. And an alcoholic death is not pretty. Ever. I'm not going to cover them because I'm trying to be a little, more spiritual and uplifting today. Absolutely, Brian. And we have fun here. If we can't crack jokes and have fun, then what's the point? What's the point? You'll do something silly where like a year ago, that would have been a reason to drink. Today, you laugh. I'll give you a really good example. The Bronco game on Sunday. It was a great game. We were about to win, and I had an expectation. And all game, I'm like, we're going to lose. And then they gave me a little bit of hope, and it was dashed. And all I could do was laugh. I don't get that upset about football, but that's not the point. I didn't get what I wanted, and I had to laugh at it. What was the alternative? Anger. Nah. Yeah. The guy that blocked the field goal, he don't know me. I don't resent somebody that doesn't even know me. Okay. This is an experience you must not miss. We know you will not want to miss it. It's part of what I'm going through right now. Frequent contact with newcomers and with each other is the bright spot of our lives. Okay. So you folks are kind of in different areas. Bren, even where you're at, yeah. Did you know that you live in the state that is the best? You are one of the best states for recovery. Yeah. Isn't that weird, huh? Kalamazoo kicks on. Sorry. A big state, but that's all. Yeah. Yeah. So Colorado is dead last. And the AA meetings you have, I'm surprised you found us because any other Colorado meetings, and you may not have attended. Maybe you know somebody here or something, right? But and so that's what I'm trying to show people here in Colorado. Inger went to her meeting. It's packed. Well, our meetings are small. They're small. And so I'm doing this stuff, and people are like, well, Dion, you're just telling us what to do. I'm like, no, it says right here, this is an experience you must not miss. Well, we're not set up here for you to experience that. Yeah. Yeah, it's true, Brad. Is it? I know. Huh. See? People can change. People can change, man. They can. Where else in here? We're at 45 minutes. I should probably wrap up. All right. Yeah. That's enough knowledge for one day. That, and I still got it. Oh, suddenly I got lazy because I don't want to. I don't want to fucking do the contract. All right. Anybody want to do the contract for me? No? Yes? No? Okay. Didn't think so. All right. Well, thank you everybody for being here. I appreciate it. I hope everybody has a great day. And yeah, remember that you can help when a lot other people cannot. Excuse me. Now I'm getting the hiccups. So, all right. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I appreciate it. I love you. Peace out. And have a day.